Hello, I am first introducing our new topic, exponential functions, with this basic lesson over video. I won't do a video lesson of anything that you haven't already seen. This was totally and completely taught to you in Algebra 1. So to start exponential functions, we're going to discuss how to get the average rate of change between any 2 points because unlike a line, like in the do now, there isn't a constant rate of change, a same slope between any 2 points. But we have learned how to get the slope using the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is our first point. This is our second point. Both points have the coordinates x and y, but we could put a little 1 next to one of the points and a little 2 next to the other point to differentiate. It wouldn't matter which point I put the 1s on and which points I put the 2s on. Again, those are not exponents, they're subscripts. So if I subtract y2 minus y1, that's 4 minus 3, x2 minus x1, 5 minus 1, I get 1/4. So that would be the slope or the rate of change between any 2 points on that same line. When functions are nonlinear, there is not a consistent slope for the entire function. However, we can find the average rate of change between any 2 points. Okay, just like the slope formula, this is the change in y over the change in x's in function notation. So I got you guys card number 53. I looked up what we were up to. Average rate of change. In a linear function, the rate of change between any 2 points is equal. In a nonlinear function, there's not a constant rate of change, so we can get the average rate of change between any 2 points using the slope formula. Okay, I wrote it 2 other ways other than the function notation that was on top, but actually I think I'm going to write it in the function notation in the example, so you'll have that for you too. Okay, in this case, they're giving us the function n of x that could be used to predict the temperature of a cup of hot chocolate in degrees Fahrenheit after x minutes. What is the approximate average rate of change of the temperature of the hot chocolate in degrees per minute over the interval 0 to 6? So that's giving you the inputs. So let's say we would do 6 minus 0, the change in the inputs on the bottom. We could also do 0 minus 6. On top, we would do n of 6 minus n of 0. Okay, now in the calculator, I could actually type it out like that. Instead of n, though, it's going to be function notation. Here, I already put the function in. I could put, since it's named f, I already hit divided by the way. So let me delete that and do it again. I'm going to first hit the division. That's plus. First hit the division. On top, I'm going to put, because it's named f function, f of 6, outside the parentheses, minus f of 0 and then on the bottom I just put the input 6 minus 0, and that gives us our average rate of change. The hot chocolate is cooling, so the temperature is decreasing, so it's going to be this negative 8.93149. It didn't tell us what to round to. This had been a multiple choice question. I cut out the choices. If you didn't want to write it in the function notation, you could look at the table of values. Okay? In the table of values, I'd be able to say, all right, here's our inputs, here's our outputs, or n of x. We're only interested in the inputs 0 and 6. At 0, it's 159. At 6, we're going to have to round this, 105.41105. That's enough to use. Now, when we did it using the function notation in the calculator, this here, n of 6, was this exact value. If you didn't use the function notation, then I would just have to do, okay, subtract the outputs. I'd have to round that, minus 159, over 6 minus 0. And you're going to get around the same number. Okay? So basically we're doing slope formula today. So put this in your flip book. All right, I had 3 examples for us to complete together, and then there's 6 examples on a homework sheet for you due tonight. This table has the balance that's being compounded 19.2%. So it's giving you the month, right? It's saying M months and B dollars. Over which interval of time is her average rate of change for the balance on her credit card the greatest amount? So between 10 and 60, let's look at that. 10 and 60. I'm going to get it. All right.